Join us now for another episode as we embark on a journey through the life and career of Sherman Hemsley, a trailblazer, a legend, and an icon whose talent left us entertained. Sherman Alexander Hemsley was an American actor born on February 1, 1938, in South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was raised by a single mother who worked in a lamp factory, and Hemsley's early years were marked by financial hardship and the challenges of growing up in a rough neighborhood. Despite these obstacles, Hemsley developed a passion for acting at a young age. He attended Barrat Middle School and Central High School for 9th grade and Bok Technical High School for 10th, where he was known for his wit and humor, which often made him the center of attention among his peers. Hemsley dropped out of high school to join the United States Air Force, where he served for 4 years. This period in the military provided him with discipline and a broader perspective on life, but his love for acting remained undiminished. After his discharge, he returned to Philadelphia and worked at the post office while attending night classes at the Academy of Dramatic Arts. After completing his studies, Hemsley moved to New York City to pursue a career in acting. He began his career in theater, performing with the Negro Ensemble Company and appearing in several off-Broadway productions. His breakthrough came when he was cast in the Broadway musical Purlie in the early 1970s, which was based on the play Purlie Victorious by Ossie Davis. Hemsley's performance as Get Low garnered critical acclaim and caught the attention of television producer Norman Lear. In 1973, Lear approached Hemsley with the role of George Jefferson, a character intended to be a foil to Archie Bunker on the hit sitcom All in the Family. Initially hesitant to leave his thriving stage career, Hemsley eventually accepted the role after Lear assured him that the character would be well developed and central to the show's narrative. George Jefferson was introduced as the ambitious, outspoken, and often contentious neighbor of Archie Bunker. Hemsley's portrayal of George was a revelation, bringing depth and complexity to a character that could have easily been a mere stereotype. His dynamic performance earned him widespread recognition and set the stage for his most iconic role. In 1975, Hemsley's character, George Jefferson, and his family were spun off into their own show, The Jeffersons. The show followed George, his wife Louise, who was played by Isabel Sanford, and their son Lionel, as they navigated life in a predominantly white upper-middle-class neighborhood after George's dry cleaning business became successful. The Jeffersons was groundbreaking in many ways, tackling issues of race, class, and social mobility with humor and sensitivity. Hemsley's portrayal of George Jefferson was the cornerstone of the show. His ability to infuse the character with both bombastic arrogance and heartfelt vulnerability made George one of television's most memorable characters. The show ran for 11 seasons, making it one of the longest-running sitcoms in television history. The Jeffersons also addressed important social issues, such as racism, classism, and interracial relationships, often using humor to highlight serious topics. The show's success demonstrated that audiences were ready for more diverse and complex representations of African American life, paving the way for future shows like The Cosby Show and Family Matters. After The Jeffersons ended in 1985, Hemsley continued to work in television and film. He reprised his role as George Jefferson in various guest appearances on shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and House of Pain. Hemsley also starred in the sitcom Amen, which aired from 1986 to 1991. In Amen, he played Deacon Ernest Fry, a scheming church deacon with a heart of gold. The show was well received and further cemented Hemsley's reputation as a versatile comedic actor. Hemsley then was also a voice actor in the ABC live-action puppet series Dinosaurs, where he played Bradley P. Richfield, the boss of the main character Earl. The series ran 4 seasons, ending in 1994. In 1995, Hemsley made 4 appearances in the sitcom Sister Sister as Tia and Tamara Mowry's grandfather. In 1996, he had the lead role in the TV comedy series Good Behavior, and it lasted for 1 season. In addition to his television work, Hemsley appeared in several films, including Ghost Fever in 1986, Mr. Nanny in 1993. He also lent his voice to various animated series such as Dinosaurs, where he voiced the character of B.P. Richfield, and also he was a voice in The Magic School Bus. Hemsley then cut back on his acting career, although Isabel Sanford and he occasionally appeared together in the mid to late 1990s and in the early 2000s, reprising their popular roles in guest appearances on such television series as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, in commercials for The Gap, Old Navy, and Denny's, and at dry cleaning conventions. They continued to work together on occasion until Sanford's health declined prior to her death in 2004. In 2001, Hemsley appeared as a contestant in the Celebrity Classic TV edition special of ABC's hit primetime quiz show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? He won $125,000 for his charity. He also made a voice appearance as himself in the Seth MacFarlane animated comedy Family Guy in 2005. He also appeared in the film American Pie Presents The Book of Love in 2009. In 2011, he reprised his role as George Jefferson for the final time alongside Marla Gibbs as Florence Johnston on Tyler Perry's House of Pain. Hemsley was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame in 2012. In addition to his acting career, Sherman Hemsley was a musician. In 1989, Hemsley, who had been a jazz keyboardist, released a single, Ain't That a Kick in the Head? This was followed in 1992 by Dance, an album of rhythm and blues music. He appeared on Soul Train around the time of the record's release and also performed the song Eyes in the Dark. Hemsley was an enthusiastic fan of 1970s progressive rock bands, including Yes, Gentle Giant, Gong, and Nectar. Throughout his career, Sherman Hemsley received numerous awards and accolades for his work. He was nominated for a Golden Globe Award and an Emmy Award for his performance on The Jeffersons. In 1986, he won an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Comedy Series for his role in Amen. Hemsley's contributions to television were further recognized when he and Isabel Sanford received stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2004. Despite his public persona, Hemsley was known to be a very private individual. He never married and had no children, preferring to keep his personal life out of the spotlight. He was a devoted practitioner of Scientology and spent much of his later years in El Paso, Texas. Hemsley passed away on July 24, 2012, at the age of 74. His death was attributed to complications related to lung cancer. His passing was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans and colleagues alike, all of whom remembered him as a pioneering figure in television who broke new ground for African American actors. He was interred at Fort Bliss National Cemetery in his adopted hometown of El Paso. In conclusion, Sherman Hemsley's career spanned over 4 decades, during which he became an iconic figure in American television. From his early days on the stage to his memorable performances as George Jefferson and Deacon Ernest Fry, Hemsley brought humor, depth, and dignity to every role he played. His legacy lives on in the countless actors he inspired and the groundbreaking shows that followed in his footsteps. Sherman Hemsley will always be remembered as a trailblazer who used his talent to break barriers and pave the way for future generations of performers. Continue to rest in peace, Sherman Hemsley. Well, that's all we have about Sherman Hemsley in this tribute video. Thanks so very much for watching. Please go ahead and give us a like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe so as not to miss any of our tribute videos like this one.